If you are struggling to achieve your dream, this is how you get ahead of 99% of people. And this applies if you are an artist, a pilot, an entrepreneur, an athlete, no matter what business you are in. Most successful people in the world didn't get there by being great at their craft. They were great at selling it. And here's the thing. You can be too. If you're saying, but I'm not good at business, you are sabotaging your own dream. I mean, think about it. What typically leads to success? A super talented person who has no clue how to run a business, or a less talented person who is genius at business. It's the business person who wins every single time. You don't need to be a business owner in order for you to understand that you were always in the business of business. In 2020, I was the definition of a broke, struggling artist, and today I run a successful media company with my husband and our best friend and have accomplished some of the craziest dreams I once thought were honestly impossible. And none of that would have happened if I didn't start seeing myself as both a creative and a businesswoman. And in this video, I am gonna walk you through exactly how to do that so you can finally unlock the missing link to fulfilling your wildest dreams. Welcome to the Anatomy of a Dream. All right, so here is the problem. Most creatives, athletes, and entrepreneurs see themselves as their craft first and business people second, and that's the trap. I know that there are people who will say that talent is the most important thing. And what I want to say to those people is think about it. What typically leads to success? A super talented person who has no clue how to run a business, or a less talented person who is a genius at business? I'm not saying this to say that you shouldn't spend time working on gaining experience in your skill. I am just saying that we spend so much time focusing on perfecting that skill. But while we're doing that, we don't spend any time figuring out how we actually are going to leverage that skill and actually go into business of selling that skill. And that's the problem. So we know that talent isn't the differentiator in determining success. It's honestly the ability to market that. And if it's not that, it's luck. And I don't like depending on luck. I like things I can control. And if we're gonna break down actually what it's gonna take to get you there, let's really look at things that you have leverage on and things that you can do so that you can actually become successful. For years, I really looked at the anatomy of making my dreams happen through the lens of I have to be the best. And when I determined that my dream was to become a director and a filmmaker, I went to USC Film School. I remember taking film studies, and our professor gave us the syllabus. And mind you, I had just graduated from Columbia. I had majored in film studies. I was looking at it from my high horse going, this is not cinema. This is literally just commercial box office hits. A few minutes later, the professor brought it up in his opening speech to the class saying, how many of you consider yourselves to be artists? Obviously, everybody raises their hand. And he said, what is the point of making your art if you do not know how to sell it? And what I'm going to teach you in this class is how to merge being an artist with commercial success. Doesn't mean that you tell your stories only for the sole purpose of being successful. It means that you find the middle ground between being honest, but also telling a very good story that will resonate with as many people as possible. And if you can't tell me that that is not the fundamental principle of business, I don't know what else is. Business isn't the antithesis of real craft. It's actually a result of understanding how to aim your craft. And if you know how to aim your craft in the right direction with the purpose of serving people, my gosh, not only are you going to be living your dream, but so many people will be benefiting from it. Before we get into how you're actually going to move through life as a business person, you have to start with the identity. One of the very, very limiting beliefs that I know so many people have is that they say that they're not good in business. It's as simple as starting to say, from now on, I will no longer say those lines. And I don't need you to believe it yet. Belief will come once you have proof that you have actually taken those steps. James Clear actually talks about this principle, and he says, your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your habits. It's a two-way street. So I'll ask you this question. How would your life change, whether you believe it or not, if you were to say to yourself, I'm actually really good at business? Now that we've established that you are in fact a business person, no matter what business you are in, I want to talk a little bit about what a business is. I know that everyone watching knows what a business is, but I want to share with you my favorite definition of a business. Without problems, there would be no businesses. And here's the other thing. An entity, an actual business, isn't the only thing that solves problems. People do. Their talents do. Their services do. Every single individual, every single creative that is a part of our team They solve a problem. It's your job, no matter what your craft is, to identify the problem that you're solving and now sell the solution. So at the end of the day, if you look at it from the perspective of a business owner and understanding what the problem is, not only allows you to leverage your talent, but it is almost a sure way for you to succeed. Before we go any further, I just want to say every time that you guys subscribe or like or comment, our team is celebrating. We just really appreciate all the support. Our priority here is to help make your dreams come true through our content, our information, and our future guests. We also have a series called What's Your Dream, where we actually help people make their dreams come true. So if you have a dream that you want our support with, let us know in the comments and you just might hear from us. All right, guys, let's get back to the video. Pain is one of the best North Stars that you could utilize in almost any instance. Good businesses solve problems. Great businesses solve pain, not just problems. The bigger the pain, the bigger the payoff. So when you think about yourself as an individual, you have to really start looking at yourself as an entity. How can I use my skill and my craft and aim it towards a very large pain point? That is how you can almost guarantee your success if you are constantly looking at how you can serve others. Serving others and solving their pain points is almost a surefire way for you to guarantee that your skill sets and your talents do not go to waste. Your talent alone can't be the reason that you succeed. If it's the only thing that you are depending on, now you are depending on luck. So if you are stuck right now in your career, just ask yourself, where do I aim my talents? Where's the pain point I can solve? Who needs me to solve this right now? And I guarantee you that by doing that, by utilizing pain as your leverage, you are almost guaranteed to win. So here is some homework. Step 1, define the pain point. Ask, what problem do I solve with my craft? Write one clear sentence, I help this person solve this problem through this skill and this craft. Step 2, package the solution. Create a one-sentence offer. I need this result and I can help you get it through this service or this craft. Just get very, very specific about the different alternatives that you can do. Step 3, audit your brand. Google yourself, check your social platforms. Does your digital presence say, I'm talented, or does it say, I'm the solution? And ultimately, at the end of the day, what you want people to feel from it is that you are the solution. Step 4, create leverage. Show one piece of content this week showing your craft as a solution. Not just art, not just talent, show the impact.
You want to be in the driver's seat of your own life, because if you're not, life will drive you.
The most toxic thing we can tell ourselves is what we are and what we're not. And the second that you start pigeonholing yourself to one title or to one role, you put yourself in a position where you are depending on other people to see your value in order for you to succeed. And sometimes you have to see your own value first. Dreams don't just happen. They're built piece by piece. And the moment that you treat it like a business, that's the moment that it becomes real. That's the moment that you are actually in the driver's seat. You are not only incredibly talented and skilled and wonderful at what you do, but you have all of the capabilities to sell that. You are your own best salesperson. If you want to accomplish your dreams, you don't have to wait for other people to validate it. That is the anatomy of a dream. And if you're still watching, I just want you to know you are an incredible business person. All right. I'll see you next time.